Dear God, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, so it's been quite a while since I've done a headset review, and let's just say the last one didn't go so hot. But I'm genuinely excited for the Quest Pro. I always felt the Quest were absolute bangers, and even though the metaverse is burning, I can't wait to see what old Zucky Boy has cooked up for us this time.
Got him!
So if you haven't realized by now, this isn't going to be a super technical review, just kind of my first impressions, but I will be doing some more intensive testing in a vid soon, so drop a comment of anything you'd like me to try and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. But anyways, let's unbox this bitch. Now this may just be me, but I gotta say there's almost nothing I enjoy more in this world than when a box fits another box so snugly. Just look at it. Next, we just pull this tab, pop the top, and take in that new headset smell. Inside, we get all the goodies as promised, an absolutely stunning looking headset, a couple of controllers, a charging base, some cables, and wait, what the fuck is this? Overall, I'd say the unboxing experience can be summarized as nice. The whole thing feels premium, the presentation is great, and they were much more environmentally friendly than the Vive Pro 2's box apocalypse. Finally trying this thing on, the first thing I noticed was the lenses, which could only be described as... That's right, I've never used a headset with pancake lenses before, but compared to the blurriness and God rays of Fresnel lenses, visually they are just... That being said, the resolution is nothing to nut about. It's definitely good, basically comparable to the Quest 2, which I thought was nice, but I'd say that you could see the screen door effect a little bit more just because of how clear these lenses are. But overall, it's crispy as fuck. There is a lot more adjustability in the Quest 2, like a larger IPD range, and this eye relief adjuster to bring the lenses close to your eyes, much like the Valve Index. And it definitely helps in fine-tuning that visual clarity and maximizing the field of view, which although isn't much bigger, it is definitely noticeable to me. Controversial opinion here, I kind of like the little gap they have at the bottom, and once immersed, I don't really notice the light leak. For those who don't, they do supply these cool magnetic blinders, or you have to fork up 50 schmeckles for their full light blockers, but those come with their own issues.
Bruh.
But for someone like me who owns a pet while jumping around, being able to peek out and see my environment easily is a plus and keeps things like this from happening. The second thing I noticed straight away is how light this actually feels, which is trippy because apparently it weighs substantially more than the Quest 2. I think the secret sauce is the PlayStation VR style Halo head strap, which hugs the back of your head while sitting on your forehead, which makes it much more comfortable for long sessions and won't give you the dreaded Oculus eyes. The headset strap itself is easy to adjust and seems to ratchet on pretty tight, but let's see if it passes the handstand test without falling off. The last piece of hardware to check out are these newly redesigned touch controllers that size-wise seem just about the same as the Quest 2 controllers, but that's where the similarities end. Right away, I noticed the new haptics, which I gotta say are freaking awesome. Meta also ditched the infrared tracking ring and went with this 3-camera system on the controllers, which seems to be tracking very well. More on that soon, but overall, they just feel absolutely solid, which is nice for a change. Before we jump into the software side of things, I do want to mention some of my initial dislikes. First, there's no denying how sleek and sexy the new black chassis is. I uploaded a picture of me wearing it to my Tinder profile, but I had to promptly destroy my phone to save some pussy for the rest of you. But let me just say, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. Now, it's not just good looking, but seems to be very well built, but not necessarily robust. This leaves me kind of worried about how well this would hold up to any kind of impact, so I'd like to test this by volunteering Thrill Seeker to toss his Quest Pro in his dryer machine again. No! Next, grabbing the new controllers again, these now have a built-in battery, which although fancy, the main thing I liked about the Quest 2 over my Index was the ability to swap the batteries out. I can't tell you how many play sessions have been cut short due to my controllers dying. However, I don't think that's going to be a problem here, considering the Quest Pro only has a 2-hour battery life.
What? What the f?
In the past, I have fixed this by purchasing accessories like this amazing battery head strap by Kiwi, but those don't exist yet, and I'm not even sure the head strap can be changed, so damn. The mic quality itself is pretty dang solid, so no complaints there, but the audio could be a little bit better. There's nothing really wrong with it. It gets the job done and certainly an improvement over the Quest 2, but I think I've just been spoiled by my Index because it's just missing something. First thing on the agenda, I tested out some of the new facial tracking features, which are pretty damn cool.
Oh my.
After brushing my teeth, I went ahead and loaded up one of my favorite FPSs, Population 1, and even though I was fumbling with the unfamiliar controls, I still had zero issues absolutely pooping on these kids. The gameplay felt smooth, I didn't really notice any lag or drop frames, and the tracking itself was solid. I did try a few things like bringing the controllers way close to my face and also climbing behind my back, which were both huge weaknesses on the Quest 2. However, even doing that, the tracking remains solid, and I can confidently say that none of the shots I missed were due to tracking issues. After that, I scooted on over to Beat Saber, which admittedly I'm not that great at, but the game ran perfect, and honestly, I can't blame any missed beats on tracking. Next, I thought it'd be fun to jump into Horizon Worlds to say hi to the community. Then, promptly moved over to vrchat, which I gotta say, it's been forever since I played vrchat on standalone Quest, and it has come a long way, so shout out to the devs. It wasn't nearly as terrible as I imagined. What is that? Boop.
What is what?
Stupid bottle. Stupid bottle.
Oh my god.
Get
bro.
wrecked.
Bro,
Get wrecked.
you were a dad, bro. You're a fucking dad.
Missing my legs though, I decided to try air linking with virtual desktop and hopping into PC vrchat, and it worked just fine. This is honestly the main reason I got this device, so to see everything going so smoothly was a huge relief. I ended up playing for a couple of hours until the headset started to die, and everything I tried ran fine, even with the recording going, so honestly there's not a whole lot to complain about here. What's up? Welcome to my crib. So yeah, I've never ever actually done a room tour before, so I am super excited to finally show you guys around. So starting off, as you can see, I've covered my walls in some very high quality contemporary art. And yo, Chuck, what's up, dude? That's Chuck right there. He's my roommate. He is such a chill guy. Also live with Shrek and also Spider-Man. So it gets a little bit cramped sometimes, but rent's expensive. You gotta do what you gotta do. So moving on, I've got my gaming PC. I've also got my arcade cabinet, and this is my pet tiger. She is such a cutie. Her name's Jasper Program Krups III. She's a rescue. I found her in a storm drain and fixed her right up. So, yeah, as you can see, I've also got a beautiful view of the outside. And, oh yeah, I always keep the gat nearby because you never know when some crazy-ass fan's gonna storm through your door. That's also why I trust Kermit to guard the nuclear warhead. We don't want any accidents to happen. And, Alright, so let's talk about the mixed reality. This is the feature I was the most excited to try and eventually what sold me on the Quest Pro, and let me just say, after playing around with it for about 10 hours, it was barely good enough not to be totally disappointing. Okay, so I understand the tech is still young, and I think what they've managed to pull off so far is nothing short of witchcraft, but not gonna lie, from what I saw at MetaConnect, I just expected a little bit more. Don't get me wrong though, once you realize that this isn't gonna be a life-changing experience, it's pretty damn cool. I went ahead and played around with just about everything they offered with mixed reality in the Quest store, and it was honestly a fun experience, although not even close to perfect. I wish the past two cameras were a bit better. The colors and what they display tend to get a little bit wonky, especially up close, but it was really responsive, which is nice and undoubtedly way better than the Quest 2 pass-through. Although grainy, it was a trippy experience to be able to walk around objects in my living room, but the pass-through quality is lacking, and I can't really see this being used for any serious work applications. Even still, people are already coming up with some really cool mixed reality stuff though, so I'm hopeful that after a few updates and a little love from Meta, it's gonna turn into something really, really awesome. Alright, so in conclusion, although not perfect, I do think Meta did a really good thing here, and I hope that some of these features will get passed down to later consumer headsets like the Quest 3. A few things really impressed me, like the lenses and controllers, but I was let down by the poor pass-through quality and battery life. Although worth the $1,500, I don't think the value is there for the average consumer. You're mainly paying for minor upgrades or features that still don't have many use cases outside Meta applications. However, all the new innovation around VR right now has brought back that spark in me, and I literally cannot wait to see what comes out next, so expect some more reviews in the future. Peace. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my couch. I got it for like 12 bucks at the flea market. It's super comfortable. Oh, keep forgetting. It's not real. It's not real. You're not real.